Good morning. How are you? It is actually Wednesday, but I am videoing for Thursday. It is still a little dark outside. The light is just coming up. It's pretty early. And I feel very cheerful today. And I know that cheerful does good like a medicine, so I'm going to try to stay cheerful. We had a fun day yesterday, and I hope that we have a fun day today. So wipe those sleepies out of your eyes, and we are going to do our narrative writing. Now, this is really the easiest day because you don't have to think of something new. You just have to copy what you've written. Read through it, see if it sounds right, see if it makes sense. Make sure that you start each sentence with a capital letter. Make sure you end each sentence with a period. I'm going to write mine. And I've read through it, and I think it sounds pretty good. So I'm going to actually write with a pencil because I think I can write smaller with a pencil, so y'all may not be able to read it. But if you get yours out, and I've got mine out, see, I've got my notes here. And I've got my empty page here, and I know that I'm going to have to write on the back because I had some extra. So we know we start with an introduction that tells people what it's about. We need at least 3 details. If you have more details, that's good. But you need at least 3, and then you need a conclusion, a sentence to let people know it's done, it's over. All right, so I'm going to start. One time. You get your pencil out and you start writing. Be sure you put 1 finger space between each word, Micaiah. You don't actually have to use your finger, but you actually do have to put a space. Because if I can't read it, then I'm going to have to... Oops, I made a mistake. Send it back home for you to do over. One time I got mad. Now I want this to be very neat, so I'm not going to squeeze any on here. One time I got mad when, now this is where we start getting different. So I'm going to stop talking, okay, and you just keep writing. The more you practice writing, you can get a little faster and faster and still be neat, but don't rush and make it messy. Write as neat as you can, because this is also our writing practice, like writing neatly, okay? I think I need to sharpen my pencil. Whew. Well, that's my introduction, and it took up almost my whole paper. Look at that. All right, so now I'm going to start on my first detail. Is yours going okay? Getting kind of quiet. Do you hear my cat bell? So my kids think that she needs a collar with a bell on her. So now, every time she moves, it's ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, get that off of her. But they like it. But now she can't sneak up and kill something. My mistake. Alright, I've got my first detail done. When I started losing, I became angry. Detail number 2. Mistake. Okay, I've gotten to the bottom of my paper and I'm on my second detail and it's not done. So I'm going to flip to the back. Whew, okay. I got my second detail done. Now I got to do number 3. Are you working hard? Oh, I gotta make a change. Mamas, if they have to write on the back of the page, you might want to take a ruler and just draw some lines so they don't just kind of go downhill and uphill. It's hard to write straight when you're on the back of the paper. That was a long third detail. All right, I'm going to write my closing sentence. Is your hand tired? My hand is a little tired. All right, why don't you pause your writing for just a minute. I'm going to read mine to you one final time and show you a change I made. And Leon, I need you to pay close attention because I've got two things I want to show you because you are in second grade and you are learning some other writing techniques. So I want you to listen. One time I got mad when I was playing with my babysitter and friends. When I started losing, I became angry. Everyone tried to make me happy, but I ran off and cried inconsolably. Leon, look at this. I have a sentence that says, everyone tried to make me happy, comma, but I ran off and cried inconsolably. So I hooked two sentences together with a comma and a but. Remember when we learned that in language? So I actually did that. So see if you can do one of your sentences that way too. I knew that I was behaving selfishly. For a long time, I worried about this fit. All right, Leon, in the first one I said, I worried about throwing this fit for a long time. I knew that I was behaving selfishly. I worried about throwing this fit for a long time. Finally, one day, I apologized. So I'm starting a lot of things with I. So instead of saying, I worried about throwing this fit for a long time, I wanted to start my sentence a different way. So sometimes you can move a phrase to the beginning. So I moved for a long time to the beginning. It says, for a long time, I worried about this fit. That way, every sentence doesn't have to begin with I. If you keep saying I, it gets a little boring. My babysitter really didn't even remember that day. Sometimes our mistakes cost us too much. And that is the time that I got mad. I worried about it for a long time. All right, that is all I have on that. And I want to see how you wrote your sentences. I want to see the details you included. And I want you to make it interesting for me. And I hope that your hand doesn't get too tired. Just keep on. Just be determined. Have a positive attitude. And know that you're going to get to the end of it. Don't whine or complain on Mama. Say, I got this, Mama. I got this. Just let me be. All right. I will see you in our next class.